Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to look at this question of further logarithm. And in this question, it says that solve for x in the logarithm of x base 2, then close the bracket squared, plus 3 over 2 log x base 4 equals to 1. Now, how can we solve for x in this logarithmic equation? The first thing that we will do is we can say that let the logarithm of x base 4 be y. Because you can see that this is the logarithm of x base 4 and this is the logarithm of x base 4. So that instead of this, we shall have y, and instead of this, we shall have y. Therefore, we shall have, that is y, this is y, so raised to 2, that is y raised to 2, then plus, that is 3 over 2, 3 over 2, then instead of this, we shall have y, equals to, this is 1. Now, we can therefore multiply by 2 on both sides to eliminate this 2 that is on the denominator. If we multiply by 2 on both sides, then we shall have, that is 2y squared, then plus, that is 3y equals to 2. That is what we shall have, because if we multiply by 2 here, these 2 will be eliminated with this. Then we multiply by 2 here and also by 2 here. And this is what we shall obtain. Now, from here, we can say that if we bring these 2 to this side, we shall have, that is 2y squared, then plus, that is 3y, then minus 2 equals to 0. So having a look at this, this is a quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation. We can solve using, that is quadratic formula. We can solve using quadratic formula or factorization method. And if we use factorization method, we can say that by factorization method, that is, we can say the sum will be 3, and the product will be, that is, the product will be 2 times negative 2, which is negative 4. That is negative 4. That is what we shall have. Now, which two numbers, when we add them, we get 3, and when we multiply them, we get negative 4. Which two numbers, when we add them, we get 3, and when we multiply them, we get negative 4. We can say that is 4 and negative 1. 4 and negative 1. So the two numbers can be 4 and negative 1. That is 4 and negative 1. So the two numbers can be 4 and negative 1. Because if we say 4 plus negative 1, it will be positive 3. And if we say 4 times negative 1, it will be negative 4. And therefore the two numbers can be, that is 4 and negative 1. Now, we shall have, instead of, that is 2y squared plus 3y minus 2, we shall have, that is 2y squared, then plus, this, instead of 3y, we shall have 4y, then minus y, then minus 2 equals to 0. That is what we shall have. That is 2y squared plus 4y minus y minus 2 equals to 0. Now, from here, we can group these two and also group these two, so that we can have, that is, what is common between 2y squared and 4y is just 2y. Then we factor out 2y into, this will be y, then plus, that is 2. Then what is common between negative y minus 2 is just, that is negative 1, into, that is y plus 2, then equals to 0. Then from there, we can have, that is, this is y plus 2 and this is y plus 2. So we can have y plus 2, close the bracket, then we have 2y minus 1. That is 2y minus 1. Then we close the bracket, equals to 0. That means this one is equals to 0, or this one is 0. Therefore, we can say that is y plus 2 equals to 0, or that is 2y minus 1 equals to 0. Therefore, in this case, we shall have our y as negative 2, or in this case, we shall have, that is 2y. If this one crosses this equal sign, it will be positive 1, because it is negative at this point. So when it crosses an equal sign, it becomes positive. Therefore, in this case, our y is a half. Now, since we have two possible values of y, that is y is either negative 2 or a half. But we said earlier that the logarithm of x base 4 is our y. Therefore, we can say that the logarithm of x base 4 is either negative 2 or a half. Therefore, we can say that that is the logarithm of x base 4 is either, that is negative 2, or that is the logarithm of x base 4 is a half. Now, since that is what we have, then we can say that if we write this one in index notation, then we shall have, that is 4 raised to negative 2 is x. 4 raised to this negative 2 is x. And therefore, we can say that our x is, that is, our x will be, that is, our x will be 1 over 4 squared is 16. 4 squared is 16. 4 raised to negative 2 is just 1 over 16. Or we can say that 4 raised to a half. 4 raised to a half is x. 4 raised to this a half is equals to x. And therefore we can say that our x will be, that is, 4 raised to a half is just the square root of 4. And therefore the square root of 4 is, that is 2. That is the value of x. The value of x is either 2 or 1 over 16. Those are the two possible values of x in this logarithmic equation.